The humanoid robot half marathon in 2026 just wrapped up in Beijing last week, and honestly, there was a real surprise winner this time. A company called Honor suddenly stole the spotlight. They didn't just win, they took first, second, and third place. The whole podium was basically their team. It's kind of funny, but also a little bit scary. Compared to last year, this year's competition was on a completely different level. Let's look at the results first. The champion was Honor's Monkey King team, finishing in 50 minutes and 26 seconds. That time actually beats the human half marathon world record, which is 57 minutes and 20 seconds. That's over 6 minutes faster. And here's the crazy part. Last year's winning robot took more than 2 hours and 40 minutes. So this year, the performance improved by almost 2 hours. That's a massive leap. Second place also went to Honor, with a time of 50 minutes and 56 seconds. Third place, still Honor, at 53 minutes and 1 second. In fact, the top 3 all beat the human world record. And it doesn't stop there. Honor didn't just take the top 3, they took the top 6. Now, you might not have heard of Honor. It's not as well known as some robotics companies like Unitree or Boston Dynamics. Actually, Honor is a Chinese smartphone brand. It used to be part of Huawei, yes, that Huawei that faced heavy restrictions from the US. Later, Honor split off, but the connection is still quite close. So what changed this year? First, the scale. There were over 100 teams and more than 300 robots. Last year, there were only 20 teams. So the event is now about 5 times bigger. Second, the difficulty. The track wasn't just a flat road anymore. They added turns, slopes, narrow paths where robots had to pass each other, and uneven terrain. It feels much closer to real-world conditions. Also, to avoid traffic jams between robots, they started them one by one every 30 seconds. Each robot's time was recorded individually. The race had 2 categories, one for fully autonomous robots and one for remote-controlled robots. Autonomous means the robot runs completely on its own from start to finish. Remote control means a human is guiding it, like driving a toy car. But here's the twist. For the remote control group, their final time is multiplied by 1.2. So the competition clearly favors autonomy, since that's the ultimate goal. For example, Honor had a robot that actually crossed the finish line first in 48 minutes and 19 seconds, but it was in the remote-controlled group. After multiplying by 1.2, its final time became about 58 minutes, which placed it fourth. Now let's talk about why Honor became the dark horse. Their robotics team has only existed for about a year. It's a very new team, but they came in extremely well prepared. They even built custom robots specifically for this marathon. They sent 10 teams, the largest number in the competition, and they made a lot of targeted improvements. They redesigned the robot structure to make it better for running. They used smartphone liquid cooling technology to manage heat, so the robot wouldn't lose performance during long runs. Their motors can reach a peak torque of 400 Newton meters, which is very powerful. They also used high-density batteries, and only needed to swap the battery once during the entire race. Plus, there were many algorithm upgrades. So yeah, they clearly came here to win. You might have seen robots from Unitree before, but in this race they used an older model, the H1, which came out in 2023. It only had minor improvements, and it's more like a sprinter than a long-distance runner, so its performance wasn't great this time. Alright, we've talked about the professional teams. Now let's look at some of the more entertaining moments. There was this tiny baby-like robot that people absolutely loved. It was even holding a milk bottle. But then it got bullied by another robot. And honestly, I think that one wins the most annoying robot award. And then there was one that basically lost right at the starting line. A bit embarrassing. Now, you might think this whole robot marathon is just a marketing stunt. But actually, it's a serious test of a robot's overall ability. If it was just 1 or 2 kilometers, sure, maybe it's just for show. But a full half marathon, 21 kilometers, tests endurance, battery life, stability, and decision making. These are exactly the capabilities robots need before they can enter our daily lives. Competitions like this also push the whole industry forward. This year's focus on autonomous navigation reflects major progress in algorithms. In the future, robots will need to sense, control, and make decisions on their own instead of relying on human control. Kind of like how AI can already guide complex systems today. And behind all this, there's huge business potential. Honor became famous almost overnight because of this event. They're no longer seen as just a phone company. This could really boost their valuation and help them attract investment. We've all seen movies where robots live with humans and help in daily life. With how fast AI is evolving right now, it's very possible that in the next 10 years, this could actually become reality.